Do you have a toilet that's no longer working? Or maybe it's too small, or maybe it's just plain ugly? Well, you've clicked on the right video. I'm Caleb the contractor, and today we're going to install a new toilet. With an hour and around $100 or so, you can easily complete this job without having to call a plumber. Now for this job, you just need a few tools and supplies. You'll need your new toilet and hardware. Now the hardware typically comes with the toilet, but check to make sure. A new toilet ring, more on this later. A Phillips head screwdriver and a flathead screwdriver, a pair of slip joint pliers, and some Teflon tape. Now, let's get into it. All right, so I'm here with all the supplies. I've got my new toilet, I've got these slip joint pliers, the 2 screwdrivers, and the Teflon tape. Now I mentioned a toilet ring. The reason I mentioned that is because most toilets come with a wax ring. I personally do not like wax rings. They get super messy. They're hard to work with at times. And so what I recommend is one of these better than wax rings. They're a plastic ring. Fluid Master makes them. They're universal fit. I've never had any issues with them. And so I believe these are around like the $10 to $15 range. It's definitely worth picking up one of these if you don't want to use the wax ring. Now let's unbox the toilet. Now, when you unbox your toilet, you should have a number of parts. You should have your toilet lid, the lid to your toilet tank, the base of your toilet, and the tank itself. I mentioned earlier that most toilets come with the hardware inside, the guts, if you will. But just make sure with your toilet that it does come with the stuff, and as you can see, this one does. You should have an instruction manual, and then you should also have your floor bolts with the caps. Okay, so this is a bathroom that I am currently renovating, and I've already prepped the area. I've wiped all the wax off of the toilet flange. And so the first step is to install our new toilet flange. As I mentioned before, this is one of the better than wax seals, and I'm gonna follow the instructions as I put this toilet seal onto the flange. So because my bolts are in the wrong position, they need to be here and here to align with the toilet, I'm going to use my impact driver, and I'm going to undo the Phillips head screws that are in the toilet flange, twist the flange, and then reattach it. Now that the ring is installed, it's time to bring in the base of the toilet, position it over the bolts, and then use the supplied nuts, and use the nuts and washers that came with the toilet ring to tighten down the base of the toilet. As you're tightening this down, you want to make sure that you apply downward pressure on the toilet base and make sure that your washer stays on top of the toilet, and for some reason mine is not. So I'm going to get my flathead screwdriver here. So my middle washer didn't want it to hold up, and so I went and got these plastic washers that came with the toilet ring, and I'm going to use those to center over top so that when I lay my washer on, it's more likely to hold. So now that the washer is holding, we're going to twist the bolt. I'm just going to continue to twist. Get it hand tight. then we will shift to the other one. Now that we are hand tight on both sides, I'm going to take my slip joint pliers and begin to tighten down the nut onto the flange bolts. And again, make sure that your washer is centered over the hole. And then alternate to the other side. Okay, so once you get your bolts tightened down with the slip joint pliers, not too tight, you don't want to crack the base of your toilet. The way I usually check this is I will grab the edges of the toilet and I'll kind of gently rock it back and forth. As long as it doesn't move and is level, then you know you've done it right. The next step is to put on your caps over the bolts. Now, an important thing to note is if your bolts end up being too long, these caps won't fit. So you need to cut them off with a hacksaw, or in my case, today I'm going to be using a jigsaw with a metal bit. Now this may be kind of hard to see on camera, but basically I'm just going to be cutting off a little bit of this screw so that the bolt cap will fit. Just like that. Now that your bolt caps are on, the toilet is in a good stable position, it's time to install the tank. So let me grab the tank. So what we're going to do with the tank is on the very bottom, there are 3 bolts that go through the inside of the tank. And we're going to take washers. First we're going to insert the tank on top where the 3 holes are located in the back. Underneath we're going to stick a washer and then a nut, and we're going to tighten that with our slip joint pliers. So now we've got our tank positioned. Now it's time to screw it on. So this is going to be pretty much impossible for me to get on camera, but basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this washer, I'm going to slide it up onto the bolt, and then I'm going to take this nut and I'm going to screw it in on the underside of the washer, and I'm going to pull it in tight, use my slip joint pliers to get it snug but not too tight. Now I'll use my slip joint pliers to make sure these are snug. Okay, once those are tightened, you want to kind of push on the tank a bit to see if it's moving at all, and this is not moving. It looks to be level. You can use a level if you want to hold it to see if it's level, but just kind of visually as I'm looking at it, it looks level. So the next part is going to be to install the water line. All right, under this side of the tank, there is a threaded piece that's directly attached to your water fill valve. Now, I've got a video on how to adjust parts in your toilet or change parts in your toilet that I'll link in the description. But this is your water fill valve. It comes straight through the bottom, and this is where your water line connects to. So what we're going to do is I'm going to take some Teflon tape, and I'm going to wrap it directly around this, this threaded piece, just to ensure a watertight seal. Then I'm going to take this, and this piece of my water line, and I'm going to slide it right underneath here, and I'm going to attach it directly to the bottom of the water line. And okay, the last step is to install your toilet seat. Now, most toilet seats have these little hinge covers at the back. And essentially, you pop open, well, that one's not wanting to do it. You pop open these hinge covers just like that. And that shows you, so let me get close here. That shows you where to put your bolt. Your bolt slides through the top, through the base of the toilet. And then at the bottom, you have something like this. It's like a small nut. You take this, you stick it up into the toilet. It holds onto the toilet, and then you take your Phillips head screwdriver and screw your bolt in. And last but certainly not least, you want to put your lid for your tank on the toilet. Turn on your water at your water valve and enjoy your new running toilet. Changing out a toilet is a great way to add new life to a bathroom and protect your rental property or your home from potential leaks or plumbing malfunctions. Now, if you're interested in how to remove an old toilet, drop a comment below and I'd be happy to make a future video with those instructions. I'm Caleb the Contractor, and I'll see you next time.